and I'm back with another video. Today I want to share with you a vlog that I'm going to start. I know I started very formally here, but I thought I wanted to introduce the idea as sort of the way for me to try and get back to reading fantasy. I haven't read a fantasy at all this year, almost. I think I read one book, and that was a sort of fantasy romance, which was at the time I thought it was a good way of getting back into fantasy since I've been reading so much romance lately. But when I read fantasy, usually my favorite thing is not the romance parts, it's the building of the world, it's the magic systems, it's the character building, all of that, and the political intrigue, the back and forth kind of thing. So I've always sort of, I mean I enjoy romances, but I've always really enjoyed fantasies that doesn't necessarily have a lot of romance in them. My favorite fantasy books are by Hobb and Terry Pratchett, and very different kind of fantasies authors as well. So yeah, I decided today to try and read books because I recently saw Elliot Brooks. She had posted a video sort of called Titans of Fantasy, I think, and she was talking about book recommendations for fans of this specific author. And in the first video she did of this, she did one about Robin Hobb. I just mentioned Robin Hobb is one of my favorite authors of all time, and I love her writing style, I love her character building and all of that. So I decided, why not try and build a vlog out of the books that she has recommended from this. And it so happens to be I have 3 books of those physical, and I decided to add a couple of audiobooks as well, just so I have a little bit of a mix of things. I hope this is a good way of getting back into it, and they have different lengths and none of them are over 1,000 pages, so I thought it might be a good thing to start out with. So in her specific video, only 2 of these books were mentioned, but I added another 3 from the comments, because obviously a lot of the people down there added recommendations because they had read Robin Hobb and had some recommendations to some similar books that they've enjoyed. So I decided to add those. The first one she mentioned was Age of Assassin by R.J. Baker. I think I once did, I think when I hauled this, I just said that this was my favorite haul, because I remember having so many books in there that I thought was going to be 5 stars, and I still think that this might be able to do that. And I guess I understand why this is recommended, because it obviously follows as an assassin, and the first trilogy, the 5th trilogy, is about an assassin apprentice. So it follows an assassin and stuff like that. And what is nice about this one is that it's not super long. It's only just under 400 pages, so I thought it would be a good one to start out with. So I definitely think I'm gonna start by reading this one. The next one she recommended, that I also own, I think it was the next one actually in the video, she mentioned, was The Goblin Emperor by Catherine Addison. I've had this on my TBR for so long because of some of the people that I've been following on BookTube previously. I would still do that if I saw videos, but I don't think they post videos any longer, or otherwise I haven't seen them. But yeah, they really love this book, this author. It's a standalone book, and I like that as well, because then I don't necessarily have to dig into a whole new fantasy world, which would obviously be great, because then I have some more books in a series, but I have so many series that I'm working on. But I thought, why not get into this one? It has small text, but it's still under 500 pages, and yeah, looking forward to seeing what this is going to be about. Last of the physical books that I'm planning on reading is Daughter of the Forest by Julia Rillier. I've had this on my TBR for ages and ages and ages. I remember unwrapping it, and in a TBR unwrapping, and thinking I was going to finally read it soon, and then I kept postponing it for some reason, and after unwrapping everything I still haven't read it. But anyway, this is 651 pages. It has sort of a smallish text as well, but this one is definitely recommended because it has sort of a similar writing style as Robin Hobb. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this. This is the first book in the Seven Waters trilogy. It has some Irish folklore in this one, I believe. Maybe start with the shortest one, working my way into the longest one would be the way to go with this vlog. I don't know how long this vlog is going to take, so maybe it's going to be a while before this is posted, but we'll see. There's the 2 audios that I'm working on. The first one is The Curse of Chelian. I've actually wanted to read this one for so long, but I decided at the time I thought I wanted to read the Fokosigan Saga books first. They're a lot shorter, they are sort of science fiction books, and I don't know why I thought that, because fantasy is more my genre. I do enjoy science fiction books, and I think that the book that I read in the Fokosigan Saga was really good. I read a couple of the short stories that I think are prequel books to this series, and again, a lot of people mentioned that Robin Hobb had a sort of similar, and her had a similar way of writing. And I thought, I read a review by Kitty G on Goodreads, who also mentioned that she got Robin Hobb vibes while she was reading that at times. So it has, it's 18-hour long audiobook. So yeah. And then the last one is Lock in the Shadows by Lynn Fluelling. I actually started this once, but I heard an audio that had sort of a bad quality to it. It was sort of like there was white noise in the background, sort of that. So the quality wasn't really good, and I had a hard time focusing on what they were saying. But I haven't. There's an audio of it on Storytel, so I hope that I can try and listen to that, and hopefully it will be a better edition and I can actually listen to this, because I've heard so many great things about this series, and I know that there's a good chance that I really love it. So those are the 5 books that I'm going to be working on for this blog. So that is my plan. I hope you'll follow along, and let's see how it goes. I'm going to start out by reading from this one, so I'll check in once I've gotten somewhere, maybe have a feel of it. Yeah, but this was my first update. Hello friends, it is Wednesday evening. I just wanted to check in with an update. It is 8 p.m. in the evening. I am currently packing. More or less, I'm done packing what I can today. I'm not leaving tomorrow, but I am leaving Friday night the night between Thursday and Friday, meaning that I'm leaving at. We have to be at the airport at 4 a.m. very, very early, and we have an hour and something. I think it was an hour and 8 minutes drive, according to my driving partner for the day. So we are leaving to give us a little extra time, give or take, to find parking spots and stuff. We are leaving at 2:30 in the night. So tomorrow when I get home, I only have to pack the minimal stuff from work. So now I have packed the suitcase and my toiletries. All I need to do is pack the rest of my hand luggage stuff. So good to go. I have my passport ready. I have an umbrella, a pair of sunglasses. I don't know if it's going to be sunny. No, wait, I think I decided to skip them because I don't think I'm going to need them. I bought tissues and hand sanitizer, always nice. And I think that is what I have packed so far. Maybe I have, I feel like I packed something else too. No, I think that's it for now, because I still have to pack my wallet. I might need it tomorrow. Wallet and cash, obviously, in the same go. A book, my Kindle, and a phone charger. Those 4 things needs to go in the handbag tomorrow. But not until tomorrow, because I'm gonna read this evening. So yeah, wanted to check in with a reading update as well, because I have been doing some reading, but I am still not very far into the first book. I started on Age of Assassin by R.J. Baker, and I have read the first 68 or 9 pages. I had to stop in the middle of a chapter. I was at the auto mechanic yesterday. There was this sort of spring thing that's inside the front seat. It sort of makes sure that I can get into the back seat. I have a 3-door car. I don't have doors in the back seat, so when people have to go into the back seat, obviously my front seat has to be pushed forward, and then I couldn't put it back in position because there's this spring thing inside the handle that I don't know, just didn't work, and it's happened twice before. I don't know why. So that was a little bit of an annoyance, but it's fixed now, so everything's good. And they said that they think that they have made sure that it doesn't happen again, but I mean, it's happened twice before, so I'm not I won't push my luck. So yeah. So this evening I've been watching some TV series as well while I was eating and a little bit after, and yeah. Anyway, as I said, I went off tangent. I am 69 pages into this one, and I'm enjoying it. It is only the beginning. We've been introduced to Gurdon. He's crippled, like a clubfoot, so he's looked at a little bit weirdly. He's an assassin in training, and the assassin, his like sort of coach trainer thing, has been chosen to figure out who's trying to murder the king in waiting. Yeah, the heir to the throne. So while she is doing her thing, he has to go in sort of training sort of fighting stuff, sword fighting stuff with other kids, and sort of going undercover, trying to figure out who's the one trying to kill the heir. So it's definitely interesting, and I see why. It has a vibe that is similar to Fitz. So yeah, there's definitely promising. It's a promising start. That's what I want to say, and I like the writing so far. So yeah, I will sit down and read something this evening, see how far I get, and I might finish watching what I'm watching right now, because I've been watching this TV show called Atypical on Netflix. It has 4 seasons. I'm always really late to everything with regards to TV, but it's following a family where the oldest son has autism, and they try how their day-to-day life dealing with that, him dealing with it, the family, what they're going through and stuff, and I'm really enjoying it. And I didn't know, I mean, I felt like it was authentic and stuff, but I went on to IMDb to see what reviewers thought of it, if there were sort of people on the spectrum reviewing it, and the majority of those people, at least, who posted reviews on there on the spectrum, really related to it and was very happy with it. So in that way, I think it's pretty, I'm not far off, I think, and I'm enjoying it. I really like, especially the kids. There are a couple of things that's just been irking me the past season, but I'm still enjoying it, and I want to see how this one ends up. The kid is obsessed with Antarctica. He's 18 years old, so it's like a teen show, but I'm having fun with it. So yeah. Hi guys, I don't know if when I last checked in, I think it was before I went to Poland. Maybe I checked in when I got back, I'm not sure, but it's definitely been a week and a half since then. So I have an update to make, but I haven't finished the book yet, so it's not going very well. This was what I feared when I started this vlog, that I would have a hard time remembering to check in, remembering to actually sit. No, I have been reading. I just have been reading a lot more from my Kindle, which has been the same thing that's happened over the past long while. I seem to read like half an hour here and there, from this, and then binge a lot of TV shows and stuff these days, and then I read from my Kindle before bed. So that's actually where I got the majority of my reading in. But I have read the first 236 pages, so I'm over halfway. I think I have about 150 something pages left. It is 393 pages, and I'm on page 236. So about 160 pages left. Yeah. But I am enjoying it. It's not that it's bad at all. It's just not what I'm super in the mood for, and that's what I was thinking. But I like it. It follows Gurdon, who is like a cripple. He has a club foot and has some issues, but he's also able to do some sort of magic. He hasn't known about this until recently, and he hasn't had it easy so far, so that's for sure. He's being bullied a lot because of his crippled foot, and has gotten into some situations. In that way, it's also really similar to the Farseer with Fitz, who is always getting into trouble, and there's a lot of torture happening, and there's definitely something happening here. There's not a lot of yeah, but I'm interested in finding out more. I'm just not reading it super fast, but hopefully I can find some time to pick it up over the next coming days. I have injured my foot, not on my trip to Poland, but a couple of days later. I don't know exactly what happened, but my big toe on this is like swollen up and hurting a lot. So I've had it scanned and stuff to figure out if something is broken, but it's not. So it's just me waiting around for it to get better, and it sucks. The reason I wanted to check in today is actually because I had a book haul. I've acquired some books recently, and I thought I would unbox them for you. I did get one, I think it was last Friday, and I opened it already. Sorry about that. I'm not used to this any longer. But it's the first haul of the year for me, so you haven't missed out on anything, at least not from this year. But the first thing I received was this The Graveyard Apartment, which is a horror book by Mariko Koike. It's been on my TBR for a while, and I bought it because of a project that I will tell you about later. Whenever that will be. So it's definitely in the reading plans in the nearest future. I have another slip of another parcel here. I don't know what this is, but it's slim, so... Oh yeah. This one is Hadriana in All My Dreams by René de Pestre. It's very short. It is also one I bought for the same project, I think it is. So you will know about this later. Then I have a bigger box of books. The joys of when I don't have to move around too much. I needed a scissors, and I thought I had one here, but I wasn't sure, but it is here, so yay for that. First up, next in a series, How to Twist a Dragon's Tail by Hobb Horrendous Haddock III, or also known as Cressida Cowell. So yeah, it's I think the 5th book, yeah, in the How to Train Your Dragon series, and I have been enjoying them. They have lots of fun little doodles in it, and it's super quick. I usually end up reading them for readathon stuff, so we'll see when I get around to it this time. I should have bought this in hardback, and I should have supported him like I used to do, but I saw this deal, and maybe I'll buy it later, but a Space Band by Tom Fletcher. This is one of his latest, I think, books, and it's a paperback edition. I usually get the hardbacks. It is also illustrated. One of I hope there's a lot of sort of references to McFly, the band, or something, like sort of, you know, not necessarily in a way that make people who is not a fan not able to enjoy it, but just sort of a little I can't find the English word for it right now, but some small sort of hints here and there that makes us know that he is part of McFly, whatever. That could be a lot of fun. But yeah, usually love everything that Tom Fletcher writes, that I've read by Tom Fletcher, so I don't think this is gonna be any different. Maybe I'm gonna do a middle grade vlog at some point. I can get through a bunch of books. Next up, I have some new releases from Mills & Boon. I think this is from Mills & Boon Heroes line, which is Intrigue, which this one is published in 2023, so relatively new. It is The Secret of Shutter Lake by Amanda Stevens is the first of them, and Point of Disappearance by Carol Erickson. So these are the two books in this one. It's larger than the other editions I have. I think it's a taller paperback, so I like that. Next up we have this one. I think is from this year, but I think it's from January or March. This is Cold Case Identity by Nicole Helm. I am really interested in reading all of this. And Monsters in the Marsh by Carla Cassidy. Yeah, so I have these books. And last and finally is The Last Honest Woman by Nora Roberts. This is obviously a book by Nora Roberts. It's one of her serious books, and it's one of the pretty early books. I think it is part of the series called The O'Hurleys. I love that this has super large font, so it's going to be a very fast read, I think. Ooh, there's a character sheet. Look at that, a family tree. That's gonna be interesting. Anyway, these are the books that I hauled this time. Let me know in the comments down below if you've read any of them. That would be kind of fun. Maybe you can try and guess at what I'm doing. I don't think you're gonna get it, but you know, it's always fun to see what you think of it. It's really pouring down right now. I don't know what happened. I don't know if you can hear it. Anyway, this is my update for now. I'll check in with you later, hopefully with a reading update and a finished book. We'll see. Anyway, see you later. Bye. Good evening, people. It is 10:30 on Sunday evening, the 13th of October, and I am working on this. I have made it just about, I have 290 pages into it now, and things have definitely started to happen. You can tell that there's not a lot left. Things are happening, and I'm very interested in seeing where this is all gonna end up, and I'm pretty invested in what is going on. So I will get back to you once I finish this to let you know my final rating. But I feel like it might be one of the next coming days that I finish this. I don't know if I'll do it tomorrow, but I will give an effort to do it. But I have gymnastics stuff tomorrow, so I don't know for sure. Otherwise I'll aim for finishing this on Tuesday, and then I can start on the next one, and hopefully over the week finish my second book. I have started on the audio of Curse of Chilion, and so far I'm liking that one. I am 2 hours and 45 minutes into it, and yes, as I said, I'm liking that one, but I will get more in depth about it tomorrow, and hopefully I'll have more to say. But I just want to wanted to let you know that I've started that one and I've made some progress, but I don't have a lot of things to say right now, except I'm liking it. I will talk more in depth about it tomorrow. See you later. Bye. Hello friends, it is now Friday. Yesterday I finished Age of Assassin by R.J. Barker, and I really ended up enjoying this one. Once it got going, it got really good, really fast. I was very into the political intrigue, the spying, all of the things, the friendships, the assassin versus their master kind of, apprentice versus the master kind of relationship we had in here. They all work for me. And the twisty turns that were towards the end, definitely the reveals and stuff, they worked really well as well. So I was very, very happy with it. I don't think it's a fully 5 stars, but it's definitely up there. I'll have to think about it whether it's a 4.5 or 4 stars, but I definitely really, really enjoyed it. Can't believe that it took me this long to start it, and it definitely did not disappoint, and I'm gonna get my hand on the next one. I am currently leaving to my parents. I'm going with my dad to, he's getting radiotherapy every day right now to treat his cancer, and he has to go to Aarhus, which is quite a right away, and he's leaving. He has to go every day, but I decided to join him today because I had the day off and I would like to see what's going on. And my mom is going as well, and afterwards we're going to have lunch with my brother in the city. So yeah, anyway, but I'm on my way there, and when I'm on my drive, I think I'm going to be starting on The Goblin Emperor by Catherine Addison. This is the second largest of the books, so I'm going to get started and I'll see what it's like, and I'll get back to you later when I have something to say. Hi guys, it's a bit later. It's actually Sunday, and I wanted to check in because I've started the book and I made some progress. I forgot to talk about last time because I wanted to add something to this. I told you that I really enjoyed it, and then the reason for this vlog was that it was supposed to be for Robin Hobb fans, and so I wanted to sort of just mention how I think it ended up landing in terms of that, because I can definitely see why it would be recommended to people who enjoys Robin Hobb's writing and her worlds, because it's definitely similarly in that we follow an assassin, we follow someone who is seen as a little bit beneath other people, like he's a cripple, and he has some magical abilities that no one's allowed to find out about because you're not allowed to use magic in this world. So definitely some different things that are similar to the Farseer universe in the Elderling or Robin Hobb's books. So I just wanted to mention that. Now, getting on to this one, The Goblin Emperor. I have read the first 112 pages, and I'm so far really enjoying it. I think it reads pretty fast. I didn't read very much on Friday when I picked it up. I only read a couple of, like, 20 pages in the car because I was also trying to buy tickets for a McFly and Busted concert, which I was very excited about, and I'm very excited about that I'm going next year in a year's time. I just needed to put on, I'm cooking, so I had to add rice to its water start boiling. Anyway, this is following a man who is has been sort of abandoned. No, that's not what it's called. He's been living in exile away from his father at court, who's the king, and he's last one in line. He's the youngest of his sons, and there are 3 others before him, but they all die. The king and the 3 sons, they die in an airship. Yeah, an airship crash. So he is suddenly the king of this, the emperor of this realm, and he comes to the court and has to start, yeah, acting as a ruler and trying to navigate his way around it. And then apparently there's going to be some mystery surrounding the deaths, but I haven't gotten that far yet. It's just what it says on the back. So far he's been crowned, and that's basically what's happened, and he's sort of trying to navigate his way around who he can trust and how to sort of, yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. The writing is very easy to read and easy to get engaging, and I like our main character. My main character is called Maya, which I find a little bit weird because my sister's called Maya and this is definitely a male character. So I'm sorry, that threw me off a little bit in the beginning, but yeah, enjoying it. Looking forward to how it's all going to go, and I will check in with you later. I'm planning on reading quite a bit of it this evening, hopefully, once I'm done cooking, because yeah, so that is what I wanted to tell you right now. I will check in again once I have more to say. About the book, and yeah, bye. Hello friends, it is the 27th of October. I've been working on this vlog for so long, so I have made some changes because I am not going to be able to fit in Daughter of the Forest, even though that pains me because I'm really looking forward to reading it. I think I'm putting it off for December, and hopefully I'll remember to read it then, because that's my plan. I think I'll put it off and read it in December so far. I think putting on this many books as a startup vlog for me, when I haven't been reading so much, as well as it's all being fantasy, and all being slow build fantasy at that as well, it's probably not the best decision I've ever made. I have also decided, after I'm finished, I have actually finished Curse of Chelion. I will get back to you on what I thought about it, because I definitely will talk about that in a moment. And I am also working on Lock in the Shadows by Lynn Llewellyn. So once I finish that, and when I finish The Goblin Emperor, I'm going to finish this vlog, because I think 4 books is still really, really good for a vlog. So The Curse of Chelion, I finished that on, I don't know if I finished it on Tuesday or Wednesday. It might have been Wednesday. So I should have actually checked in then, but I didn't. Last time I checked in with you, I had barely anything to say, even though I'd read like, I think 25% of it. But I was, in all honesty, I was so confused, and I kept listening to it and not really retaining what it was saying. It was not that it was a bad narrated book. It was not that it was bad at all. It was just me just being not unable to really getting hooked to the story in the beginning, I think, for me. But it is a very, very slow build fantasy, which is very much in the essence of this blog, because Robin Hobb is the master or the queen of slow build fantasy books. So in that way it fit really well with what I've been decided to read in this vlog, where I'm trying to read books that are reminding me of Robin Hobb. So it definitely did that. It follows this man who comes back to this town. I have no space, hold on. Anyway, let's talk about Curse of Chelion. It is a slow build fantasy that follows our main character. What was his name? Cat is playing with a pen. So yeah, Casseril, I think that's was his name. He came back to this place after many years away, and has to sort of fight this curse that he has, that is set upon the land, and there's a reason why he has been away, and things get serious, and the magical part of this was very interesting as well, but it was very slow built, and you followed everything from this man's perspective. I can't really talk much about it, but I enjoyed it. I don't know, I think it's a 4 stars. It's not, I think I liked Age of Assassins better, so I want to say that. right now I'm listening to Lock in the Shadows by Lynn Fluelling, and so far I'm very much enjoying that. I am 5 hours and 12 minutes into it, so I have 3 hours and 45 minutes left still, almost 4 hours. And I don't know, I think I might go for a walk soon and listen to some of it. And yeah, I'm enjoying that one a lot. It is definitely I get why it has been sort of recommended, because it has sort of the bond that is between Fitz and the Fool in this one, except that in this series it seems to be becoming a canon. I remember people being very much hyped about that, at least about the relationship that happens between Alec and Serigal. I thought it was Sergei for some reason, but Serigal, that's at least what the audio narrator calls him constantly. So I'm really looking forward to continuing and figuring more out in this world. Enjoying it so far. And I'm also working on The Goblin Emperor. I am over the halfway point now. I read almost 300 pages. I'm page 284. I hope to get another 100 pages read today. We'll see how that goes, because then I will have like 100 pages more. And I might be able to finish it by the end of October. But we'll see what ends up happening. Right now I think I might go for that walk that I talked about. And I have to do some grocery shopping as well. So I might do that after. And then I'll come back to read. It is daylight savings? Is that what it's called? Winter daylight savings? Yeah, I went 1 hour backwards today. So it is 2:15. It feels like it's a little later because it's off in that way. But it's 2:15 now, so I can go for a walk for like an hour, go grocery shopping, and still have an hour-ish or more to read before I have to do dinner. So I think I might do that and see how far I read about. I think I read about 50 pages an hour for this, so it could be possible to get to 100 pages more. Anyway, I will be going out for a walk now, and I will see you again later once I have more to say. Bye! Hello friends, it is now 10, I think, p.m. Sunday. I'm on my way to bed. I finished reading from Goblin Emperor for today. I actually did that like an hour ago. I've just been watching some YouTube videos. I made it this far, so I have read up to page 372. I have about 100 pages left. I think it's 484, 85 pages. So I think I can manage that over the next 4 days. But right now, I mean, I took it with me to bed, but I don't plan on reading from it anymore today. I just decided to pick it up while I was talking to you. I have my Kindle with me, so I'm going to be reading something from that. Before bed, I started Pumpkin Spice Cafe because it's very hyped and it's the season. I got it cheap on my Kindle, and I thought if I didn't read it now, I would have to read a whole year before I felt like it was relevant to read it again. 5%, because I only read the first 2 chapters, so I don't have anything to say about it. But we'll see if I end up finishing it before the end of the month. I probably won't, but not when I have the other book as well. But we'll see how much I get read over the next coming days. But this was just my short update to let you know that I made a lot of progress today in my book, which I was happy about. And now I'm going to get ready for bed, and I will talk to you again once I have more to say. Whenever that will be, probably when I finish it. See you later. Hello friends, and I'm just going to be checking in with my last and final update for this vlog, because I have finally finished both Lock in the Shadows and the Goblin Emperor. So let's talk about them both. The Lock in the Shadows, really enjoyed it. This book is so much, I really see why it's been recommended in that way. The characteristics, the way she builds her characters is similar. I love the relationship between Alec and Sergil, and can't wait to see that develop over the books. It's going to be epic, and I like the fact that in this one they don't shy away about talking about different sexualities and whatever, even though it's actually, I don't remember when this was published, but I don't think it's very super recent. I feel like it's like in the 90s. Hold on, published in 1996, so I was correct in that it was a 90s book. So it's actually, I think, published right around the same time as Assassin's Apprentice, the first Farseer book. I think that was published in 95, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, actually also 96, so they came out the same year. That's kind of fun. And they are quite similar in the way they're writing. It's a sort of sword and sorcery, and they go on an adventure together. I really enjoyed it. Alec was actually sort of captured in the beginning for being a spy and thief, which turns out that Sergil is actually the one that's a spy and a thief, but he sort of comes into jail and they escape somehow together. It happens in the beginning, and then they create a sort of bond from the get-go, and they go on an adventure together. And I enjoyed getting to know the characters here, so very, very excited for the next one. It's not a 5 stars, but a really, really good high 4 stars. I think it's on the level of Age of Assassins. I think that's sort of the range that I'm in as well. And this one, the Goblin Emperor, I think this for me started out stronger than it ended. I loved this in the beginning. I thought it was the court intrigue and stuff was so fun to follow. I enjoyed following Maya's perspective and trying to follow him in his trying to figure out how to be an emperor, how to say the right things at the right time, sort of that, and figuring out who he could trust and stuff. That was super fun in the beginning, but it got a little bit, and I also enjoyed the mystery, but at times I felt like it was a little bit drawn out, and the writing style is super strange. I mean, the way that it's spoken, I don't know what you call it. It's first person, but it's sort of, they speak in such a funny way. The pronouns and stuff. I think maybe that's just how it is with royalty. I don't know. In Denmark we don't speak that differently. We say you're in a different way. But, you know, that's the maximum differences. Anyway, enjoyed it, however, and I think it's a general 4 stars, because I enjoyed it, and yeah. So, and I see why it was added, though I don't think it's as close to Robin Hobb fans, as the other 3 books I read. They were more similar and gave more of a Robin Hobb vibe. So if anyone else wants to pick up books based on Robin Hobb, if they liked it, I would go towards those rather than this one. But if they just want a good fantasy with a lot of court intrigue and slow building stuff, there's not a lot of magical stuff happening in this one. I'm really happy I did this vlog. Though we didn't find a 5-star fantasy, I definitely did get my fantasy mood back, so I'm definitely ready to pick up more fantasy soon, which I'm really happy about. So in that way, this vlog was overall a success, so I will thank the books for that. And yeah, also happy I got some books off my shelf. 2 books off my physical bookshelves is better than nothing. So I haven't read a lot of books from there this year, so yeah. But sad I didn't get to Daughter of the Forest this time, but I definitely will be picking that up soon, so yeah. But this was my last and final update for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you stuck to the end, but I hope that you enjoyed it. It was fun trying to get back into vlogging. It has been a bit of a challenge, also because it's been taking so long to film it, but I guess this is just how it's going to be for a bit. But at least I remembered to actually pick up the camera and tell you stuff. And I also remembered to actually edit it. That's just been a bit of a challenge. I've actually sometimes vlogged quite a bit, but then never got around to editing it, and then I felt it was irrelevant when like a lot of time had passed. So yeah, I think it's just me getting the rhythm of booktubing back. It's been a little bit of a strange thing. So yeah, happy I read these, and yeah, I keep on rambling. Let's stop it here. I will talk to you in a video very soon. Goodbye.